Hello, everyone. It's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers. Since today is day 90 of our 365 days free challenge, where we go live here and on YouTube to talk about healing back pain for good, but also living a fulfilled life every day for a whole year. Okay, the challenge is for us to do that, and the challenge for you is to come along. And we have just finished a review period where I have channeled the highest consciousness. So they are doing a summary of all the 10 daily holistic healing habits. So if you have missed it, please go back to watch day 71 and then go on for 10 videos to see what they are all about. I had no idea what to talk about yesterday, so what I should talk about yesterday, as I told you. But now I have channeled the highest consciousness, and we are going to do a kind of clarity period for 10 days. Sometimes we are aware of a part of our problem, and sometimes we are not. And sometimes there are parts that we would benefit from knowing about that we don't know about yet. So the highest consciousness, they are very clear about this, that you cannot change anything that you're not aware of. So the first step in any change is to be aware, is to become conscious about what is going on. And when I know what is going on, I can choose to do something about it. And the more I know about what is going on, the better I can change things to get a different result. And we are talking about healing back pain for good. And so the questions are there are going to be 3 questions for each habit. And these questions are going to be for you or for us, for everyone, we could say, to get clarity around healing back pain for good, and especially your back pain for good. So if you haven't got a pad or a piece of paper or a pen or something to write down, you could either watch the video and you could go back and watch it again and write down the questions. But if you are serious about healing your back pain for good, it would be really, really good if you answered these 3 questions to all the 10 daily holistic healing habits, and see for yourself, will these all the 10. Sorry about, I've been outdoors all day in the woods and with the family, and there are some mosquitoes up here in Sweden, so I'm sorry about that. And there are also small kind of insects like flies. I have no idea what they're called in English, and they take a bite and it's itching afterwards. I'm sorry about that. So I have no lice. Lice. Well, so anyway, if you are serious about healing your back pain for good, we really recommend that you write down the questions, take time for yourself, be still, be for just you, and answer these 3 questions, because they're going to give you valuable information about your own healing, about your own healing process, and what you will be, what these results, the answers to these questions are going to give you a lot of knowledge about what is necessary for you to focus on, or to change or to focus more on or to focus less on and so on. So we really recommend, both me and the highest consciousness, that you seriously take time and answer these questions. The first question is, I have written this down before because I wasn't sure that I was going to remember the questions. What is your most common negative feeling? That is the first question. What is your most common negative feeling? And by that we mean, uh, what is your most common feeling, negative feeling, that you probably experience every day or several times throughout an ordinary week? Okay. The second question, what is your most common negative thought? We think about, I've heard the numbers shift, but at least 40,000 thoughts every day. And there are only like 5 to 10% of them that are new. That means we think the same thoughts over and over again. And these thoughts don't necessarily have to be our own. We could have learned them from others. So what is your most common negative thought? A thought that you think, if not every day, but several times in an ordinary week. And the third and the last question, what is your most common negative inner monologue? What do you think or say to yourself about yourself or others? When I went through this, I found out that I often said to myself, oh, this is so boring. And I'm not a person, I didn't think at least, that I was a person that had problems with boredom. I didn't think that, but I do. I'm working on it. But I didn't know that before. I didn't even realize that one of my most negative common feelings is that I'm bored. So, those three questions. Number one, what is your most common negative feeling on a daily basis or at least several times each week? Number two, what is your most common negative thought, if not on a daily basis, several times throughout an ordinary week? And the third, what is your most common negative inner monologue? Something that you say to yourself or about someone else or a situation or things like that. Because when you become conscious about these three things, you will begin to observe when they're happening. When am I feeling like this? When am I thinking like this? When am I saying this to myself? And oh, now I said that. Or no, now I thought that. Now I am in that feeling. And just by bringing clarity around this, you could consciously choose another feeling. You could consciously choose another thought. You could consciously choose another monologue. And since we absolutely need to feel positive feelings, think positive thoughts, and have positive monologues to be able to heal, to reduce our stress levels, the stress hormone production, to become more in alignment with what we are instead of fear. We will turn more to unconditional love instead of fear. To be able to lower the stress hormones, and to become to live in a healthier body, to begin to think and feel and say, and also, of course, act in more positive ways, because that will help us to heal. Because when we're not, the ego tells us first to feel, think, and say those things. And then afterward, the ego is turning on us and giving us shame and guilt. And shame and guilt is so widespread all over the world, and it's causing us to to break our bodies down because of the stress. We're Most of us are living in a constant fight or flight mode, and that is nothing that we could heal in that. We need to get beyond that. So these are the 3 questions we really recommend you to answer if you're serious about your healing back pain for good, your back pain. And tomorrow we're going to talk about, of course, it's a move throughout the day and every day. So there are going to be 3 questions that are focused on clarity around movement and exercises. Okay, hope you like this. And if you want us to talk about something special here, please send us a message or write in the comments below, and we will be so happy for getting more or helping you more, of course. That's why we're doing this, to help others and to help ourselves to heal for good and live a fulfilled life. Much love and blessings. See you tomorrow. Bye.